All right, so first we need to ask, what is a lead sheet? So imagine you had 6 pages of sheet music to worry about, but you only had one music stand in front of you. Kind of a hassle, right? I mean, wouldn't it be much nicer to be able to rewrite that into 2 or 3 pages? And then you wouldn't have to worry about page turns. Enter the lead sheet. Lead sheets are a condensed form of sheet music that specify the melody, the lyrics, and the harmony. Lead sheets give you space to add your own flavor to a song, so it means you can arrange it or improvise it however you like. A lead sheet can give you a lot of information or almost no information. So let's look at one with a lot of information. Here's a tune I call Leady McLead Sheet. Took me many sleepless nights to come up with that title, let me tell you. On this sheet we have a lot of information. It gives us the tempo, it gives us the emotion, and it indicates a swing rhythm. And just in case you're not familiar with the swinging rhythm, here's a quick example. So if I play a scale in straight eighth notes, it would sound like this. And if I played them in a swinging rhythm, it would sound like this. So the lead sheet gives us the rhythm, the melody, the harmony, which is these chord symbols on top. It tells us what harmony to play. It gives us the form, meaning we start here, we go through, we come down to this repeat, go back up here, play through, take the second ending, DS all coda, so we're going to go to the second note, come back, go to the coda, it's going to come down here, and then to the end. So that's called the form, like how do you play it. And it even tells the drummer when to fill, like down here on measure 18, drum fills. Here, here, here. So what a lead sheet doesn't tell you is how specifically to come up with the harmony. So for instance, here's a C chord, but it doesn't tell you how to play that C chord. Are you going to play it in open position or closed position? If it's closed position, which inversion are you going to play it in? Will you play it in the middle of the piano or up on top? Are you going to use heavy bass or none at all? These are decisions you get to make when you're playing the song. A lead sheet also doesn't tell the drummer exactly what groove to play. Sometimes it will give a clue like straight rock or gospel 6/8 feel. Other times, either the band director will indicate the groove or the drummer will have to rely on a recording. A lead sheet might also leave out the melody and just give you the chord changes and the form. The chord symbols on top will tell you everything you need to know about the harmony. So if it's a letter like C or F or G with no other letters or numbers, that's simply a major chord. So this would be C major, F major, G major. If a chord is a minor chord, it will have an M next to it, usually in lowercase, like this A minor chord down here. Now, in this course, that's as complicated as we're going to get with the chord symbols, but you should know that a chord symbol can be more detailed. It might tell you GM7, for instance, which is G minor 7. Or it might say GM7 flat 5, which is a G minor 7 flat 5. Or G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Or C13 sharp 11. I mean, the list goes on. Jazz and gospel music use these extended chords in abundance, but you won't often find a lot of complicated chords in pop music. Usually you're going to find maybe a 7 chord here and there, and mostly major and minor chords. As a pianist, you're probably used to being handed all the notes you need to play in the form of sheet music with all the appropriate rhythms. But what do you do with a lead sheet? I mean, if you're playing by yourself, it's incumbent upon you to keep the rhythm going. So let's look at a simple example. This lead sheet gives us some clues as to how to play it. We're at 60 beats a minute. It's a ballad, meaning it's probably slower, lots of legato and pedal use. It's in common time, or 4/4. And let's count how many different chords we have in this sheet. Let's see. C, F, G, C, F, C, G, A minor. So 4 different chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other ones are all just repeats of a chord you've already played, right? 4 unique chords. You'll notice there's no melody here. So this lead sheet assumes you either know the melody off the top of your head or perhaps you're accompanying a singer who knows it. It's not at all uncommon to play in a band and get a sheet like this that doesn't give you the melody. So let's dig into actually playing through this lead sheet. Print it out and sit by your piano and click Next when you're ready.